All right. Welcome everyone on Brightpool.Finance technical update. Today with you is Kasper and Przemysław. It's our second technical update. We had a little bit. We promised to meet with you every 2 weeks, but we are traveling a lot, so that's why we couldn't be here last week. We'll get into this. So once more time, uh, hello to everyone. Really glad, really, and we are really happy to have you on board to work with you. In between, just information for everyone. After our first technical update, we have received a lot of emails and questions. So always feel free to ask, send us emails, ask on Telegram, join our Discord, like other social media, Twitter, and just contact with us whenever you want to know something. We are here to help you with understanding of our platform and what we do. So as this is our second, let's move on. It's Kasper, I'm product ambassador, and
Przemysław Olszewski, our CTO of the Brightpool.Finance.
exactly, let's move on. So today's agenda, it's a little bit different because obviously we are 3 weeks after our first meeting. So I will go quickly through this and we will later just go one by one. So, business update. We will speak about the security audits, business development, what happened in those 3 weeks. So, first, our negotiations, meetings, etc. There is very important concept for us is related with choosing our first blockchain, so Arbitrum, Binance Smart Chain, or Polygon. We will discuss this. And there is a topic related with technical development. Przemysław will cover this, so it's called DEX as open source. We'll get into this later on. Don't want to focus on this right now. Then we have the overview of the current development. We will cover our private sale, our DEX, our volatility engine that we mentioned actually before. There is one more thing related with that that might be interesting for anyone who trades, who is a trader or who wants to feel more comfortable while trading. Then we will have a short demo of our private sale and summary questions and answers. So let's jump into the topics. The couples related with the business development will be covered by me, and Przemysław, of course, will cover those related with the technical aspects of our platform and development. So, security. As you know, security is very important for us. We can officially state that we started audits with the CertiK. Actually, there's a funny thing related with that. As you know, uh, some payments are received in USDC, and you know what happened over the weekend. Hopefully, everything is fine. But officially, we started with CertiK. And the audits of smart contracts will cover private sale and our DEX. The smart contracts are finished, so once the audit will be finished and all the, let's say, pointed out things will be corrected, then will be, let's say, we will have a green light to go live with the smart contracts. But of course, there is Przemysław, do we need something more than besides our smart contracts?
Hopefully, no. Uh, Everything on the smart contract are correct in our perspective, but of course, we have CertiK, and we hope the CertiK finds something for us.
Yes, so we will have
Cross fingers.
yes, they are here to find something. We all know that they just cannot find nothing. So let's move on with that. Then, of course, we have other audits, but for now, this is just the CertiK. And then we have Przemysław, what other audits do we plan?
So we are planning private sale audit and DEX audit. It should start today, When we spoke with the Certic, it will be almost 1 week to get the information, audit information about the state of our code. So I hope on the next our meeting we show you a correct information and information about our audit. So Certic will find something, or they won't. Let's check it next. Casper?
All right. Yes. So this is about the CERTIC, our future audits. Mm, then the first and the business development. So one of the reasons why we haven't been here last week is because me and Przemek were on ETH Denver when and Przemek, few words about that. How do you like? What is your first big blockchain conference?
A lot of people. Yeah, it was my first blockchain event like that. Lot of people, different nationality, different projects, and crowdy. So, in my opinion, that was the crowdest conference where I was. So,
Yeah,
from my technical perspective, as a person, as a technical, lot of projects, lot of community. We spoke with some of them. I think a lot of competence people was there.
for sure. You had a couple of interesting meetings. We also had a couple of interesting meetings when it comes to business development. So we met with a couple of representatives of almost all the networks that we consider deploying our project. We met with our key, let's say, most important partners that we cooperate. For sure, for example, it's a Certic, it's Chainlink, others, and other important companies that might influence our development and our progress on the market. So for me also, there were the most crowded fairs I have attended. There was, I don't know, several thousand people at least. Even the city was crowded with the people who attended. So this is one. I'm going to another fairs to keep pushing the business development of the project. I'm going to ETH Dubai, where I have already five important meetings with, for example, I can say it. I'm meeting with the QuickSwap, one of the exchange on the Polygon. I'm meeting with, I'm taking part in the Binance network meeting, which we consider to be also our partner, and etc. So we are traveling a lot, we are meeting a lot, we are progressing a lot. We do all what we can do to push the project, and meeting, as in every other business, is important, especially that our project is not simple. So there is a lot of questions that we need to answer, we need to explain, and for sure best is to meet face to face. Okay, so I said a little bit about that. In Denver, we have met in with Arbitrum, we have met with the Binance, uh, in Dubai, I'll be meeting with the QuickSwap. So actually, those are the three blockchains that we consider to be deployed as the first, because as you know, we will be multi-chain. Przemek will is with the IT team is building the solutions that will meet these expectations. For now, we don't know which the blockchain will be first. We are still choosing the best one for the project. We need the volume, we need the assets to be there, we need the stable coins, we need the community. So, and obviously need the support of the project. Um, as you know, we are very advanced with the Binance, we are advanced with the Polygon, and we speak with, for example, with the QuickSwap that I already said. And we recently, the Arbitrum actually is hyping, is it's surpassing other blockchains. So that's why we started to consider this. We already had a couple of business meetings, so we still it doesn't mean that if we choose one, we won't be on the another one. The question is which one will be the first one, because we cannot deploy at the same time with the free blockchains. So we have to choose something. We still have a couple of weeks, and actually that's why we do all what we can to establish the best relationship with the blockchain, and get as much as we can for our project. It means benefits for you as a users in future. So this is something very important what we spend a lot of time, uh, and actually it influences the whole project, because it's very important where we be get deployed, what dexes will be supported our as well our engine, and etc etc. So this was a lot of business talk. Przemek, actually this is came from our IT team, and they had a great idea. Przemek, couple of words, what came into your mind of our IT, what would you want to do with DEX, and how is it related with the open source? If you could just explain it in simple way for our users.
At the next week, we will start dev blog. Our dev blog, we will contribute with open source things. What does it mean things? We start building DEX as an open source. Everything in our repository will be open sourced, will be explained in our dev blog, and everything you can use it to next implementation of any of the DEX. Our central point of our interest is to build DEX on the WebAssembly with explanation how to correctly build solution on the Web3, not just build a solution, but the whole CI/CD process with the whole explanation how to achieve good quality, good security, and achieve, of course, good audits. Everything of it will be with the WebAssembly, will be written in the Rust, one of the language. Rust, of course, and HTML, but the core functionality will be with the Rust. And yeah, that will be something new because for now, any of it don't exist a solution for the communication with the MetaMask Wallet Connect with the WebAssembly. So I hope we will show you how to correctly connect to the MetaMask with the with the Connect wallet with the Rust WebAssembly with the secure approach to the development of the software with the whole process, with the testing, with audits, all of it. The whole process of our dev blog will be uh, published in one time per week. And I hope when we publish our decks, the open source decks will be 1 week, maybe maximum 1 month after our implementation of decks in the public version. So, of course, as a part of whole process, we will contribute to a few open source projects, and you will see it on our dev blog. So look at it. In the next our meeting, we will show you a link to our contribution, and let's play. I hope you will be great idea and a lot of fun.
All right, so there are some other benefits related with the open source. For me, as a business development, as I understand it, there will be, as for sure, exposure to more people. It means more developers can dig into our code. So apart from the security audits that we do, there will be other people looking and presumably helping us to be even better, more secure. As I understand, WebAssembly is more secure than JavaScript or other front-end languages because everything is encoded, correct, Przemysław?
Yeah, it's encoded, and it's faster. So WebAssembly is faster than JavaScript. And if you are the crypto fan, so probably you know the Rust is one of the language of the crypto. So this is why we choose that kind of language.
Yes, it's even in competition to some other languages in crypto as Solidity. So we are trying to do something new, something that will be important, and something that will benefit our project in several ways. So this is what came from our IT team, and we cross our fingers to keep it going. You mentioned a couple of services in the Web 2 environment, like AutoCAD, Photoshop, correct? They use the same technology, but just in the Web 2 environment.
Yes. So we will be probably one of the first solution on the Web3 with the WebAssembly.
So I cross my fingers. Everyone in the project. It's always good to use the top technology in the world. All right, so let's preview the current status of development. Przemysław, when actually the private sale, can you say a few words about the private sale, when we want to go live, when the audits will be finished? So actually everyone who has signed for our tokens, when they can expect to participate? Not everyone has to cancel their vacation to take part in our private runs.
How I spoke before, currently the private sale is in the audit, in the Celtic. It should be 1 week, probably if the Celtic finds something, to the end of current month, we should be in the production. So maximum the first week of the April, we should be on the production with our private sale. So it's a status. Of course, our business part is testing too. So Casper is working with us to confirm business logic and business layout and view of our private sale. So it's about private sale, about the DEX. So
So Przemek, before you jump to Dex, I can just make a little bit spoiler. We will show you the demo of the private sale. So we expect to go live with the private sale what, at the beginning of April?
in the first week of the April, this maximum which we predict.
You can't be sure anything in crypto,
Yeah, of
as
course.
as last weekend have shown with the USDC. So yes, but we expect to go live with the private sale in the first week of April. What's important, the runs that will be open and everyone who is whitelisted. Actually, the runs will be long, so it's not like you have a week or two to participate. Don't be afraid about that. Everyone will have enough time to participate. So it's just important that we start. And actually the technology that we use for the private sale is a little bit related with our DEX, because for an example, we are minting our token. We use a couple of mechanics like vesting, cliff, and etc, things that might be used, for example, in staking, or other mechanics that we want to use. So this is the private sale. DEX, Przemysław, how does it look?
How I spoke before, we are working with the WebAssembly and currently have the POC of WebAssembly with integration with MetaMask, with our contracts and the whole logic. It's not, it doesn't look beautiful now. We are moving with our cascade styles, and it will be enough to show you on our next meeting. I hope in the April to show the demo about our DEX. Of course, how Casper said, in crypto, we cannot be sure, but we predict the April is something to show you with our demo, with our DEX.
All right. So, as you know, I can just remind you that everyone who would like to use proof of concept, actually, right now we are still using our old proof of concept. Przemysław is talking about DEX in with a new architecture, with a new interface. So this will be a new proof of concept, but still, if you want to test our proof of concept, at the end of this our meeting, there will be information how to participate. And volatility engine. Can you say a few words about that?
So our volatility engine will be ready for the demo like a DEX because it's coupled. Both of solutions are integrated with each other, and we create API, we create the DEX integration, and everything it will be published with the different dates. So you can, part of you, probably Casper will say something about it, how the volatility on our market base of our engine is working now. So it will be with the DEX, it's coupled of of course April is our prediction, but I think
Yeah,
we'll be good.
I hope you can speed up because I'm very impatient when it comes to seeing some solutions working. I always want to be the first one to test it, and I believe many of our investors and people who want to use our protocol as well. So this is about the volatility. Actually, I already started using it in a way. You can expect some of the informations that came. Okay, I will just cover it later. I will show you something in next slide. So private sale and DEX, we already said a few words about that. And now I would like to show you the video of our private sale. Please note that it's not finished. So there'll be a couple of things that we're adding. We're adding pictures to NFTs and some minor details, but this gives you the impression how it looks like. Let me just switch it and let's see how it looks like. Okay, so actually this is a very simple interface. We add some more to this, but what's important, we are using a standard MetaMask and also a wallet connect to give you the ability to connect via multi-sigs, Ledger, and other protocols that are supporting the wallet connect, not the pure MetaMask. So this is one. After you log in, actually you are validated with your wallet number. Then there will be a view of the runs where you will be participating, and those who already participated actually will have another view. But this is just for users that come, are whitelisted after our KYC and are willing to participate. And this shows you how to take part in that. So in here we used our testnet network. It's called DPO. Actually, our IT guys, please correct me, Przemysław, if I'm wrong. Actually, you have set up your own blockchain that actually everything is deployed, so
Yeah, isolated our
it's live.
own chain. Yeah, it's important for us how we spoke a lot
Yeah,
of
so
times.
yeah, so this is not just some other testnet. This is our own, so we can track it. It's fast, so that's why we are very confident with our tests. All right. So, and the token, as you saw, was called Go. We this instead of Bri, but this is just for the purposes of the text test. Here we choose the price. On the other side, you see how many Bri tokens you get. Of course, the ratio will be different for different people, for different rounds and different times. So, not get attached to that. Just for informations. Then you click the buy button. Okay, so yeah, information about the round when the round ends. You can click the buy button. Then you have to give the permission to access the wallet. What is important? We are not using the um unlimited permission. You have to give permission per every single time when you participate. This is more secure approach that we are using in here. So there was a approval, and then the actually the finalization of the purchase. And after you take a part, you can see that what you bought. So it doesn't mean that you can just buy once. You can buy as many times as you wish, up to your allowance. So as long as the run is open, you can keep buying up to your limit. So don't worry if you don't have enough cash when it starts. You can always buy more if if it's your problem. So as long as the run is open, you can participate. And then actually, it might not be obvious for you. In the private round later will be also used for our NFTs that we are already marketing. So you can check what are our NFTs, what are they related with. Mm, this is the first NFTs that are based on options, are related with options, and give you the ability to buy the assets cheap, depending on the blockchain. It will be Ethereum, Binance coin, but presumably Ethereum. Uh, and then the same interface, the same smart contracts will be used for NFTs, because as you know, NFT is just an asset, just like ERC20, ERC 721, or others. This is just a standard. So actually, this is also a token. So we can use with the minor changes the private say for those tokens. And then you log in, then you choose there is around how long it's open. Per as it states in our documents, you can buy up to 5 NFTs per one session. So, and it will be served first one to come, first one to go. So better be fast. Yeah. And then as you can see, we chose to buy 5 NFTs. You give allowance, you purchase it. What is important in the final version, you will see the graphic that is related with the NFTs. It's not included right here, implemented right here, but you'll be able to see it. Then there will be a view of upcoming runs that we are whitelisted. So actually, there will be a view of the runs that are coming, that we are participating, so you can track it. And then actually, after the runs are closed, there'll be another view where you can see when you can track the progress of when the runs will be closed. What is your cliff, what is your vesting. You have the overview of NFTs. So this is pretty much everything when it comes to our private run. We are still developing it. So once this is finalized, um, we will even test it more. And this is it. So let's go back to our presentation. Private sale, I think you have the understanding. The DEX, we already said what it will be, what technology it will use. We already said when you can expect new proof of concept within our DEX. And volatility. What I was saying earlier, this is an example that was generated on March 2nd, and actually I asked our IT, we can do this daily, so you can expect more information of this kind of our social media. Please follow Discord, Telegram, maybe Twitter. We want to engage our community, so sometimes it will be here, sometimes it will be there. Sometimes we are cooperating with the traders communities worldwide, giving them some let's say sneak peek into our solution. So what is important, this is the base of our DEX. This is the base of our ecosystem. Volatility actually is counting and learning day per day. And what you can, if you are a trader, actually what you can see here is volatility of Bitcoin and Ethereum, our two main assets at a given times, comparing to the market volatility and price range from the market. So you'll be able to compare our prediction model to the market week by week, day by day. So we have nothing to hide. We are really confident with that. The model is still learning and adjusting to the market conditions. So feel free to follow it. Feel free to use it for your advantage to the market. Uh, we are thinking about some other solutions as make a tool for the traders out of it, but we will cover this later. It's not the topic right now. Przemysław, anything you would like to add on top of that?
At that moment, no.
All right, let's see what we have. So unfortunately, this is everything that we have from me for you from technical perspective. Please expect another technical update in 2 weeks. I'll be after Dubai. We'll have more news for you. We'll presumably, hopefully, be after the CERTIC audits or like at the end of them. Please join our social media. I am a big fan of our Telegram and Discord. For those who are more attached to Twitter or YouTube, just jump there. But as I said, we will start to publish some useful data for people who follow crypto, people who trade. So as USDC happened, our prediction model is working, is learning. Just feel free to follow us and use the information that we provide for free for you in short future. As I said, if you want to access our proof of concept for now in the old solution, please contact me. And everyone is waiting for sure, Przemysław, for the new one. So, everyone is counting on you. Do we have any questions? All right. Are you considering to start with the Polygon? All right. So the answer to that is we consider many blockchains. Some are related with the zero knowledge Polygon rollups. Actually, we spoke about that when I was in the Berlin Polygon Week like a couple months ago. So yes, we are considering, but the problem that we have with the new blockchains are there stable coins, are there dexes, and how many wrap assets are there? You have to understand and keep in mind that our first two assets that will be tradable on our dex is Bitcoin and Ethereum. And as we are not using the Ethereum mainnet and Bitcoin, of course, not the Bitcoin mainnet too, we have to use the wrap assets. So it's actually the wrapped Bitcoin and wrapped Ethereum. Later we add more assets, but for now are just those two. So the problem with the new blockchains is that there are no wrapped assets, or the dex volumes are very small, so there is no people trading on those assets. But that's why we added Arbitrum to our consideration, because the number of users, the volumes, the number of wrap assets is surpassing, for example, couple of other blockchains that we considered in the past. So if one of the blockchain is actually providing better environment for our DEX, this is what we are considering. So yes, we are considering, but I don't think the zero knowledge Polygon for is something that we use. I will take a look at it when I will have some free time, maybe tomorrow, just to compare the factors, the volumes. Maybe I did miss something, but yes, this is, I believe, the answer. Any other questions? Let's see. Okay, Przemysław, so this is the question more towards you. Can you say what marketing are you planning regarding open source?
Yeah, it's something, how I said, we will start with DevBlog. Of course, it will be based of our marketing. And we publish a lot of information to different projects. We will create some information, some video on the YouTube to when we can show how the new technology, new open source should be used correctly, and of course, a lot of articles. So we would like to show you on the dev part of you how to create good quality of code based on our knowledge. and experience. So YouTube, articles, for example, Medium, and a lot of groups, Reddit, etc. So you can find us in this area.
Przemysław, just a question from my side because we spoke about this in the past. You mentioned that you are doing some upgrades to already existing libraries or something on GitHub. Does it help us? Do you connect with some people?
Yeah, it will help us, but for now, it's a little secret. We will show you on the next our meeting because it's spicy. So
All
I
right.
hope you will make a fun with us with that solution.
Yeah, so for sure Przemysław will be in touch with some other programmers as himself, and we'll try to spread the word as much as we can, because the technology need to be promoted, but also good technology will defend itself. So we hope for that. We are not afraid to be challenged, and actually we want to be challenged because then we can be even better. We can upgrade something, change something, and etc. So other let's me check if there are any other questions. Okay, so I think I can try to answer this. We are let's say in a startup still, so we are several people. We have couple people in marketing, couple people in business development, and our IT team that is led by Przemysław. So it's depending how you count. If we also work with some freelancers when it comes to, for example, to graphic design or something like that, that it's not necessary to be in-house from the day one. And like marketing people that are working also are outsourced. So depending how you count, it can be from 8 to 15 people depending on the time and time of a period and how you count it. All right, so so yes, actually, as I said, we already approached some trader groups. This is one of our approach to gain recognition, to get more people on board once our DEX is live. Not only on Twitter, but if you could find it on Telegram, sometimes it will be more on our Discord. Maybe in future we have a dedicated channel on Discord as well. So we are doing different stuff. So why are we giving this for free right now? To build community, to build recognition, to do the marketing. We want people to challenge us, see, oh, you say, oh, it's great or it's bad, or I have a better one, or this is better one. This is why we are doing this for free. And but it won't be free forever and it won't be for everyone. So we are actually we will be doing some other stuff. It will be it this this will be more advanced tool. This will be tool for traders, for institutional partners, but this is a future, so let's not speak about that. But for now it's free, but it won't be free forever. So yeah. All right. So it's a very good question. Actually, our Binance dual investment model and Brightpool are quite similar, but quite makes a big difference in general. Uh, so let me give you just a couple of differences. For example, we pay you upfront. Oh, I will change it. First of all, we are fully decentralized and we never keep your funds. So this is, I think, even the most important out of everything. After the collapse in FTX, you just saw what happened on last weekend. And if the Fed wouldn't cover the one-to-one with of the USDC, we don't know what would happen. So DEX decentralization, and we are 100% DEX. We are 100% decentralized. Mm, is the future, in my opinion, in our team, and this is what we believe. So we underline the security so many times that don't want to do this again, but security is something what is, I think, the biggest difference, in my opinion, because we never hold your funds. Your funds are being stored, are being held on the smart contract. So we don't have access to your funds. And actually, what happens when your order uh, is finished, when there's maturity time is up, actually, whether we call it and it gets executed, or so it means you sold it, you bought it, or you get your assets back. And let's assume something went wrong and our backend didn't call the smart contract, so actually you can call it yourself after the maturity time, and the smart contract will execute it for you. So actually, the owner of the, let's say, the agreement, the order that is made, can always call the method to execute the smart contract, and you get your assets back, or bought or sold. So this is 100% secure for the users. We will never get your assets. What can only happen, you can get your assets back in the case that the order wasn't triggered, the price wasn't reached, or the order gets triggered. It can be us or you. We are fully decentralized, so security is the biggest issue. Second, we pay you upfront. You don't have to wait till the end of the time. uh, Third, we are more flexible when it comes to the time periods. Actually, right now we have 1, 3, 5, 7, 14, and 28 days of time. But our our model is very flexible, and presumably in future, and this is not a distant future, you'll be able to choose anything from 1 to 30 days. This is actually what can be done. So this is another change. Then uh, we paid you upfront, as you said. We are more safe. Mm, and there is something more. Actually, I don't know, because I don't work for Binance, how they count the let's say the profits for you at the end. But actually, we are based on the volatility, as we said. So we are also, I believe, more fair, because when the volatility is huge, like it just happened over the weekend, or actually we will be paying more assets to you as well. So we are based on the market conditions 100%. Um, we even cannot change this. We are depending on the market. So if the market is volatile, we pay you more. And so we are not like a fixed amount, 6 or 7%, and we make a bunch of money and we just give you a couple of percent. So this is another change. And then I will have to dig deeper into Binance, but there are, I think, couple of changes that are the biggest ones. Przemysław, anything on top of that from technical perspective?
You said about the full volatility engine. So no, it's the most important part of our project. The volatility engine is what the correct way to calculate our BRI for you.
Yeah, that's for you. For me, it's also the security, that we are fully decentralized, and actually your funds are not being stored on NetSex that actually can bankrupt over a weekend. So this is for me, and this is the biggest game changer for me, that we are fully decentralized, and your funds are as safe as smart contracts can be. So before, unless we have the quantum computer, we are fully safe. It was a little bit joke, but yeah. Maybe another questions? Okay, so when it comes to the being whitelisted for NFTs, yes, you'll be able to participate in the private sale for NFTs. Being whitelisted for our BRI token actually doesn't mean that you'll be automatically whitelisted for the NFTs, but just contact us if you are not whitelisted for NFTs. You can do this via email, via Discord, and anyone who is supporting, anyone who is the early supporter, anyone who is in a DAO, Brightpool, who is helping the project, has a tremendous chances to be whitelisted in the first or second round. So We appreciate your help. We appreciate your support. Just contact us, but you won't be automatically whitelisted for NFTs if you are whitelisted for BRI. So it's not like one-to-one, but yeah. But if you are whitelisted for NFTs, then yeah, 100% you'll be. The private sale actually is a tool to participate in the NFTs purchases, minting, and for that you need to be whitelisted. All right, any more questions, or we just finish and move on? Okay, I don't see any more questions, so I would like to thank you for everyone for coming. For those questions are really important for me because I know what our team should focus on. Uh, Anything that I didn't cover, please contact us, and we'll talk to you in 2 weeks. So thank you very much. It was Casper.
And Przemek.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.